Aloha, BMore Brew Crew. Welcome back to the brewing room. Normally we're at the bar. The bar's out there though. And we are here with Rob, the freaking brewmaster over here at Red Brick Station. And we are all trying out this brand new A-10 Hazy. Now it's not the A-10, it's the A-10 Hazy.
This is the Haze-10.
Yeah, is that the official name? The Haze-10?
Haze-10.
Dude, I like it. Now, whose idea was this?
This was my idea. The A-10 was an original Mike came up with before, obviously, the original head brewer here. So I thought I would take, you know, people love hazies now. It's a old school IPA that, the A-10 was, and I was like, well, why not? What would happen if we made it a hazy? And I try hopped it that way.
Awesome. Works for me. Let's go around the room though so we can see who's all in the video.
I'm Megan.
Megan.
I'm Tim.
Tim, what's your nickname though,
I'm
dude?
a landscaper.
The landscaper, Tim. And then we got...
I'm James, the next door neighbor.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, I'm Sean with the BMore Brew Crew. So anyway, yeah, I am excited because the early things that I was seeing on this, like everybody was raving about this beer. And like, it wasn't even on my radar. And usually everything new that drops here, like, I kind of know about it. And so I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Because I love the A-10. And then I was hearing that this was like even a step above. And look at that color though. I mean, that's...
I know.
Yeah, that's like apple cider.
Did anyone cheat? Did like anyone cheat and already drink some? Oh, you slime bastards.
Well, obviously I have, but I drink it for the best.
I'm not gonna, so I stole this dude away from watching the Orioles game. I feel so hard when you weren't even to be here. And I'm
Well,
like,
you know what they're losing, so it's, you can take me away. Hopefully it's better when I go back.
all right, so little homework. What kind of hop? So you said you single hop this. So it's just a single hop?
It
you
is
use in this?
just one hop, but it's all Amarillo.
Mm-hmm. Now that's like a little bit more citrusy, right? Like that goes heavy on citrus.
It does give you a lot of citrus, a lot of the like peach kind of stone fruit kind of flavors out of it.
Definitely on your nose.
Yeah, and with the A-10, I'll hop it throughout the boil.
Mm-hmm.
For this, I didn't do any bittering charge whatsoever. I waited till about 30 minutes into the boil. I threw a small one, and then I got larger. And then at the end, had a big post-whirlpool hopping.
Nice.
And then dry hopping, I did, I want to say it was 22 pounds in the dry hopping.
Ooh.
So, yeah, but it was all Amarillo, just single hop.
That's fantastic.
The only thing that was the same about the A-10 was the malt bill.
Okay.
It was exactly the same.
Excellent. I'm excited to try this. But yeah, on the note, I'm getting that like that citrusy nose on it, nice like smooth that. But yeah, you're right. It looks like apple cider. The color is legit like
Jar of caramel.
it does. It looks like someone poured up some apple cider.
It does have uncharacteristic to most IPAs. Does have a small amount of caramels in it.
Oh, all right. You're revealing your trade secrets there.
Oh. Well, I think
Let's dive in. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
That is pretty smooth, man. That's good. You're right, because that's not overly bitter at all.
No.
Oh, we got Billy joining. Oh, look at this. Yeah.
Cheers. We're learning about beer.
Is that what you're drinking too?
Yeah.
Which this is smooth. Oh, okay, so what's the ABV on this?
ABV is 6.3.
Wow. All right, that's so
it's not crazy. It's a
Tastes bigger
little
than that for me.
that's just above a session beer. Like that's not bad at all, man.
But
It tastes bigger than that.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm really proud of about the IPAs that I do here is that you can still, that malt character is still there.
Yep.
Like where a lot of IPAs, especially the New Englands and stuff like that, like it just kind of disappears.
Thins out.
It does.
It does.
And I really want people to, I mean, why am I going to spend all day brewing this beer if I'm just going to cover it up?
Yeah, and why are you going to spend an extra $200 on yeast when you don't have to?
Right. I mean, that yeast flavor is still in there.
Oh, yeah.
I can see why people are raving about this. I mean, this is a great beer. You can have a couple of these. It's not like you're one and done because it's too high on the ABV.
And that's the thing; it feels bigger than that.
Yeah,
It's a
It really
very full
does.
flavor. Yeah.
I like the malt character, and he knows what I like. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why we built this brewery, because when we were in New England, everything was top fermented. And I just really liked those beers. They had more body, they had more malt character, they carried it. Every beer you drank carried a malt character.
Yeah.
Which
really good.
I love it. I hate the super thin IPAs that just are hop so hard that it hurts the back of your mouth.
Yeah.
I can't deal with them.
Especially a hop commercial.
Yeah. I don't deal well with those. This has always been my favorite. Beer's part of food. That's what this is.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I feel like this is smooth enough you don't have to eat food with it,
Right.
but at the same time, it can stand up to food.
Yeah.
Now, I enjoy your Daily Crisis, but I like some of your other stuff better, so I don't get the Daily Crisis as often as I should. But I'm telling you what, like, this holds up really, really well. And I hate to say it, I think I love this a little bit more than the Daily Crisis, but the Daily Crisis is still banging. No offense.
Carry a good head too. You carry some.
It does. And the lacing on the glass is fantastic. Yeah. You guys are doing amazing things with this thing.
Thank you.
They're catching some great spices. Just a rich flavor.
I don't get the
I enjoy it.
overabundance of grapefruit, but I get grapefruit and clove together with something.
Yeah,
I get some
There's
grapefruit.
definitely like a floral note
I
in
get
there that's not
cloves.
There's
just.
a little bit of like peach going on
Yeah.
the aftertaste.
Yeah.
That's what Amarillo does for me.
There you go.
That was the first thing I found on my nose. Just a
That stone fruit kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a fan. He knows I'm not a big IPA guy.
He definitely doesn't like the hazies.
I'm not a hazy guy.
Well, I think you've come around a little
Well, I don't like the premise of hazies because how it developed in the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it became lazy, not hazy.
bit. Yeah.
It
Right.
became somebody that didn't want to clean up a beer or finish a beer. That's how it started. There's more art to it now. There's more science to it now. I like this. But in the beginning, no fucking way. I'm spitting out chunks.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
No, there's a reason why it's set in 3 different tanks before it
Yeah.
was put in a glass. Make
It
sure
took
you
some
get-
time to settle out. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
All right,
I'm a big
well,
fan.
There was no rushing this one.
So when did you come up with it? Like, when did you come up with the idea, like, hey, let's modify one of our most popular seasonal beers?
Honestly, I
Well,
was.
you know what he said? And I think we were reading something about hazies.
I,
And you said, you want to just do a hazy? He said, why don't we do a Haze-10? And I was like, it's fucking brilliant.
Because Haze-10 popped into my head one day.
Haze-10, it's the A-10
Right.
with a base recipe like that. And then
I like the
Well,
I like the intent.
I was saying to Billy one day, I was like, you know what? Maybe we have a hazy more often than we do, because we don't typically have hazies on.
Right.
Because it's really not what we do. But
Yeah.
we do occasionally. And we
throw it together, figure it out.
So it's like, you know, people.
When did this go into, when did we actually brew this?
Oh,
3 weeks ago? 4?
Oh no, it was more than 3 weeks
It
ago.
had to be, yeah.
This has been about a month and a half now, maybe.
Okay, it's even longer than I thought, yeah.
Because it's been on tap now for a couple
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's at least been a week because
Yeah. Well, almost
so-
2 weeks, yeah.
I saw a feature on Facebook.
Yeah,
I saw it
so
out
look
there.
on Facebook, whatever date that was.
Okay.
see, usually I just came across that
Go-
today.
go
and
back.
I totally missed
About
it.
3 weeks before that, that's when I birthed.
And I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
gotta try that. I love that.
Well, I wish you'd keep this year round. Not gonna lie, but
We just need more lines.
because I am a fan
Yeah.
of hazies.
I tell you what, man, you can buy us a couple tanks.
And about 30 kegs.
Yeah. And we got covered there.
They're everywhere right now. Auctions are going insane. Have you been watching any of the Bid Spotter and that stuff? There's so much brewery equipment hanging out there right now. It's insane. And I called this.
You called it. So when we
I
did our
called
interview
this,
back
yeah.
in like February time, you were
Yeah.
like, wait for
I
it.
mean, I'm getting an invite to a brewery auction every single day.
Wow.
Every single day, all on the East Coast, and a lot of it local.
I saw bright stuff out there.
And you don't want to see it, but you kind of.
Well, you knew it's coming though.
Yeah,
you
saw it
can't.
coming.
You can't blow up an industry, even within our state. You can't go from 7 breweries to 141 in 20 years and not expect some fallout.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
And all of us that have been around for over 20 years, they've been doing this for this long.
Yeah.
Told everybody, it's like, stop.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. There are too many.
Well, and the other
You're
thing
not
too is
creating more drinkers.
The
you're just
industry's
creating more-
changed and is still changing. Very few of the farm breweries are going to prosper the way they could.
Absolutely.
And the reason for that is, number one, they're trying to use ingredients they're growing, which are not going to be par, to what we can buy. They're not. I'm sorry. They're not going to be dry properly. They're going to be malted properly. You're going to have grain issues. You're going to have hop issues. It's going to happen.
But they're also bringing in hops from Yakima.
Yeah,
and
the other side of this
West
whole
Coast.
thing is beer has always had to have a food component. And food trucks are not doing what they did 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They're not. And they're bringing in food trucks, and look online. I need a new food truck. These people don't show. They show up late. They run out of food. You're not in control of that. Okay, here's your business. I need to sell these 30 kegs of beer. This is what I do. And they're good. And I know I can make this happen, but I need a food component. They bring in a truck runs out of food, everybody's pissed off. You're doing a great job, but you can't back it up. You know?
What I get frustrated with the food trucks is you're dropping like $20 on a cheap basket of chicken tenders.
Oh, yeah.
When you could come here and get your nice like beer battered chicken tenders, you get like a whole meal for less than that.
It's insane. And
Great service. And
That's
you're right.
part of what's going through the industry right now. There's going to be a shakeout without a food component. The model has always been, and you and I talk about this forever, in Portland, Oregon, and I went there probably 10 years ago with David. I took him to Portland to the Brewers Conference. We went to a little industrial area that was where the homeless live and everything else. It's a big industrial area. There's like 13 or 14 breweries in this industrial area. Every single one of them had a little 10 by 10 kitchen. And they had 4 or 5 items on their menu that were great. Every piece of food we got was amazing because they only had 2 guys run the kitchen and they had food they controlled and they had enough of it. And when you went in and you got a couple of beers, you said, "Oh, that burger was good. I'm having a burger." That's the model. If I had to rebuild this today, I'd build a brewery just like this, more consolidated and a lot easier.
I was going to say, maybe in one room.
Maybe in one room.
That'd be nice.
I didn't know anything back then. But I would build the same type of brewery, but I would have a smaller kitchen, smaller menu, and a smaller dining area, more outside. And that's the model. That's the model that's going to, if you're going to see it.
Where are we putting it?
Huh?
Yeah.
In your
Just this morning, he's talking about retiring.
Well, after the vacation just went on, yeah, I'm going to retire too.
But that's really the model that works. You know, Portland's been 10 years ahead of everybody in the industry. And when we went there, David and I walked into these little breweries. This one,
I used to go there 20 years ago.
Hair of the Dog. Hair of the Dog was one of my favorites.
Man, they made
because
some
they
good
had
beer.
some Belgians, they had everything. They had basically a dairy tank brewery that they enlarged and made into a real brewery, and gravity fed a lot of it. When we went in there, we sat down and we got to sample. I'm like, these beers are insane. I mean, they're really good. We did their Belgian flight, we did something else, and then we said, we gotta get some food. We're getting fucked. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I curse? I don't. I like to curse.
Dude, if there's anyone that doesn't mind, it's Megan.
I like to curse. I'm sorry. But we said, we gotta get some food out here, and we got food here. We said, this is amazing. The menu was literally half a sheet of paper. This is what we have today. And the guy in the back is sweating his butt off, and he's just throwing food out, and it was insanely good.
Yep.
Insanely good. And that's the model. That's what's got to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see somebody like Hopkins or somebody like that build a kitchen.
Yeah.
You already saw it, Jailbreak. Jailbreak built a kitchen. Didn't have a choice.
The pen.
I was going to say
Yeah.
the pet because
Yeah.
everyone knows them. Like they've got good beer, but their food is pretty amazing too. So they're
Yeah.
constantly.
And
people
that's
just
what
look
has
good.
to
I
happen.
understand it's a married couple that runs that kitchen.
Yeah.
That's all they
Guilford
do.
does the same thing. They get a head chef.
That's the model that
Yeah.
works. It truly is. This is a hard model to keep up with just because of the size and being on a strip like this, the cost of the rent and everything else. I mean, basically, when you're in a business like this, you look for a rent package that's about 7%, 8% of your sales. We're like 13.5%. That's what they charge. So we got to be a bigger buyer.
Well, and you're one of how many people that have been to the Avenue since day one? Realistically, I mean,
We're at
you guys have survived. You know the storm.
Right.
I mean, you've seen all these places come and go. I mean, over there it's turned over what, like 3 or 4 times.
4 things.
Yeah, it was like Bayou Blues, and
Actually,
then it
5
was
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tilted Hill, Bayou Blues.
That
Bayou Blues was first.
Bayou Blues Cafe was original.
Yeah.
No, it's called Bayou Blues. I'm sorry. It's Bayou Blues New Orleans restaurant. Next to it was Doc Crawford's Barbecue, which they owned. And next to that was Bread's Horizon. They had the whole building. Bread's Horizon
Bakery.
failed first. Doc Crawford's failed second. Bayou Blues became Bayou Blues Cafe because they went in bankruptcy. So they renamed, reorganized, and ran for a few years as Bayou Blues Cafe. Then when they left, it sat vacant for almost 4 years. That's when Tilted Kill
Tilted
came.
Kill, yeah.
And now it's Bar Louie, and that's kind of a shame, honestly.
I don't like saying anything negative, but yeah, I've been there twice and had 2 bad experiences, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, my thing is, I think the premise is fun. A happy hour place, a late night place.
It's just
I
a
think
little
the premise is fun. It's just that the times I've been in there, so I'll take our managers or I'll take somebody over for a drink from here. I can't get waited on.
Yeah, bad service. Unfortunately, bad service on 2
And
different
they have a
occasions.
tiny little menu, so I know the food's okay. But I can't get waited on. It's happened to me 3-4 times that I've been in there. I'm like, forget it. I'm just, where Banditos, being the second people in that building, that was Dici first.
Right.
Pizza place, which, by the way, really missed it because all they needed to do was add service to their concept, and they've been still there.
We love their pizza.
Their pizza was great.
Pizza was really good.
Pizza was really good. And I love the ovens they had and all that, but those guys were not restaurant people. And when Banditos came in, they came in with a formula that's tequilas and tacos. It was pretty.
Yep.
I mean,
I can make
honestly, who's arguing with
Yeah.
that?
I mean, and so they're going to be fine. But yeah, we watched it swap out all the way around. The Hallmark store was here a year after we opened, so they're still here, same owners.
Chili's?
Chili's has had 3 owners. They've been 3 franchisees, so they're not the same. The Movies has turned 3 times.
Oh, really?
It went from AMC,
It was originally Lowe's.
yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
Lowe's,
Lowe's. Yeah.
Lowe's, and then AMC. There was somebody in between because the bank got it for a while. But yeah, we watched it all change, and it's the thing is, it's just a matter of paying attention.
But your model's working. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, all the places that have come and gone, Red Brick's been a
You
staple
can't be in
in the
this
state.
business if you're not going to be diligent. You're not going to show up. You're not going to pay attention every day. You can't be in the business.
Yep.
You can't do it. I'm
Well, you
stupid
keep
enough
cranking
to
out
do it.
fine brews like this and keep making yourself some good food.
I'll see what I can do about the beer.
Yeah, man.
I can't talk about the food.
By the way, have you eaten our crab cakes?
What's
Have
that?
you ever tried our crab cakes?
Yeah, well, you dared
Oh,
me
that's
to.
right.
That's right. Yeah. We did one at the live show.
never had them. I tell you what, dude, it's not because I'm biased. I mean, I'll put them up against any crab cake.
Well, that-
Honestly, there are some really good ones in town.
Yeah.
I think we're one of them. I think Coco's is one of them.
Coco's fantastic.
And what was the other one I had the other day?
There's G&M, there's
Papa's.
Papa's, there's
Papa's is too small.
Box Hill.
Yeah, Box Hill
Well,
does.
Papa's is
Casamigos.
fantastic, but you're right. I mean, you put if you go into the bar and you get the steak and 2 crab cakes,
Right.
that's a deal.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
And they are
Papa's
delicious.
has a good flavor profile. They're just cutting corners now, and they're
Yeah,
small.
they are
I was at the stadium and paid $28 for a crab cake that was like this big.
Camera's rolling and we're talking shit.
Shrinkflation, baby. It's a thing.
Buy
Yeah.
fresh for 35
Yep.
and go home, take them
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. We do that here for regular customers. If somebody says, I'm having a mother-in-law or whatever, can I get some crab cakes? I say, you want to cook them? No, don't cook them. Okay. But I'll give instructions on how to cook them because they'll fuck it up.
Well, that's what I do. They
You
hand
know?
you a set of instructions there.
Yeah.
And one specific former Yankee.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Mariano.
no, he did a whole video on that. It's on the
Yeah.
channel. A Mariano Rivera video.
Mariano
on
Rivera.
crab cakes. And I will say, because I thought they were BSing me when I first met Bill, and he was like, "Oh, we got the best crab cake," and I was like, "No, come on." And sure enough, like I've told so many people now.
There's a picture in Billy's office.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Man,
he comes in. Paul, because
Paul
Paul's
Wall
a
standing
Yankee
next to
fan.
him.
Yeah.
Paul's a Yankees fan.
Yeah, he is.
So
Good for him.
we decided to find it charming.
It's pretty cool, though. I mean,
It's
come
been
on.
interesting. I love analyzing the industry now because it's changed so vastly. You know, it used to be, I look forward to the Brewers Conference every year for about 15 years. And then it got so diluted with what was going on, and people wanted to make so much weird shit that I just walked away.
Well, it also
Yeah.
catered to a certain level of brewery.
Oh, yeah.
That they basically neglected the brew pubs completely.
Yeah, well, and the brew pubs are funny. The brew pubs that did it right
Are now
are
coming
still
back.
standing.
Are now-
And the brew pubs
yeah.
coming back. It's going to be a different. It'll be a different
Yeah.
scale of food.
I think
it's coming back.
in the next couple of years, it might be worth going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There should be actually a part of the National Restaurant Show should be designated to breweries, distilleries within restaurants. And distillery is one thing I've really thought about because it's so much easy money.
Yeah, there's so many people in the brew crew like, hey, can we do like a bourbon event? like asking me to do those type
I'm
of events.
interested. I gotta talk to Roger and find out what they're doing down at
The local?
Coles Island.
Oh, Coles Island, okay.
Because they're bringing in vats of vodka and flavoring it, and carbonating it, and canning it. I'm like, I'm not sure how that works. Supposedly that means you're making it on site.
Is that legal? Well, that's what all the distilleries do.
Yeah.
When they first start up, they're bringing in whiskey
Right,
and claiming it.
right. So I'm not sure how that works. I've never looked into the logistics of that. They're selling
They're just
their
bringing
own
in
their own vodka, their own crushes, and all that stuff down there. I'm like, you don't have a distillery. How are you doing it?
What's this one down off of Haven Street? Old
Oh,
Line?
that's
Old Line?
Old Line.
Old Line.
Yep. Yeah, great place.
Yeah.
Fantastic place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rum and whiskey
yeah,
is what they make.
and they do a really
They do
great
a-
job at
Well,
it.
Dogfish
And they're
is
actually,
selling a bunch of
and
their
just this past year, I
their
think,
service and their specialty drinks are fantastic.
and just this past year, I think they finally released spirits that they did on site. So, yeah, it's a great place.
Cool.
So, I don't have
My
room for
former
distillery right
brother-in-law
now.
actually is a distiller.
Nor the patience. All right, I'm gonna go fill my beer up.
Okay. Well, we got to do our official review here. We got to give us a number 0 to 5. That's the rule, boys.
All right, I'll stand back on that.
Well, I said like I'm going to be upfront and honest. If I like something, no, I mean you don't have to review your own beer.
Come on, man. 0 to 5. Oh man, this is a
Well, I'll
5.
tell you something. I don't like hazes. I like this beer. I'm 5.
All right, yeah.
Five.
If you look online, if you go to Red Brick and you see some of the people who have checked in this beer, there's been a lot of 5 out of 5s. Even in the Brew Crew, that's where I first saw it. I saw like 2 or 3 people check in, and they were giving it like 4, 7, and 5, and I was like, "What's this new beer?" And then I reached out to you guys, and I was like, "You guys dropped something new." I felt like a loser because
We
I
never
should
know
have
what's
been on
going
radar.
When are we pulling watermelon? When are we gonna do that?
Oh, don't tease me! I love that watermelon.
Hopefully it will hit around the end of August.
Perfect. Yep. Because that's when blueberry goes away. It's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get a couple 6-packs of the blueberry and the watermelon. Man.
right now.
That's
It's
right.
ready to go. I just need a tank for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
We better start working on that.
Yeah.
So just to be clear,
This is the tank I need to shrink, by the way.
okay.
To get the
I need to shrink this tank.
to get the Hefeweizen. Well, this will help.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, weight loss.
Yes.
In it.
Yeah, talk to any weight loss expert. They'll tell you. All right, to be fair, okay, so
All right.
my rubric, anything from a 4 to 5 is a great beer. Anything 4, 5 or higher is like historic level beer. And, you know, kind of like in the 3s, it's good. Anything in the 2s, miss the mark. And if it's 0 to 1, like it's garbage. I'm not drinking it. I'm going to dump it down the drain. So, who do you want to?
I'll start. I love IPAs, and IPA is like one of my go-to drinks. Hazy is relatively new to me for the last year or 2, and I actually like them a lot. I'm really digging this because, one, it's not really high in alcohol, so it's a drinker. I mean, I could
You could have 2 or 3 of these easy.
I could drink this. It's got a great flavor, fantastic on the nose. Like I said, the first thing I smelled was a nice ripe peach. And I'm catching a lot of spices, full body, full flavor. I'm going solid 4.6. I love it.
Oh, man.
Nice.
All right.
Big hit. Big hit.
Thank you.
All right, Megan.
I'm gonna have to go a 4.8 because I would drink a bunch of these.
A 4 or 8.
I love it.
Coming.
You don't need a job.
You just got a job. You never need a job. So look, no, this is your University of Maryland College crowd speaking. You know, I sincerely wanted a younger female generation to do beer reviews with me because I felt like we were all getting male centric, and I even said to these guys, like, I kind of want a female perspective with beer reviews. So
Yeah, it's a sausage factory most of the time.
Well, that was the pitch today. We need a girl.
That's right.
Yes.
Some
Who
beer.
wants beer?
we need some
Nice
estrogen.
beer to
Damn
be
right,
given
it's a
honest
four.
review.
Yeah.
I will drink this over and over again.
We need to get a keg and get it down to University of Maryland and have a
Actually,
BMore Brew
Yeah,
Crew.
Actually, we can pull that off.
Yeah.
We can pull that off.
All right.
If you guys can put something
Hager
together,
in your last week at the brewery.
That's legal. Megan's got to make it legal.
I'm gonna figure out the legality, but I will donate a keg.
Oh man.
If you can make that
We
happen.
go down to College Park. All right. We can pregame before a basketball game. We'll call it the Red Brick Station pregame.
There's got
We got a football game coming up
There's
here
got to
somewhere.
even be an intramural game on campus somewhere.
It can be a sorority party.
All right. Bill's making that thing. Okay. All right. So I'll go last. You go
Okay.
next.
I agree. I love the full flavor. I love the fact that it's not too bitter. I love IPAs in the sixes are usually a kind of a nice spot for me. They're potent, but not like they don't kill you. And I love the color. I keep staring at this color.
I know. I keep waiting for it to settle like a cash ale, and it doesn't settle. It just does what it does.
But yeah, no, this is great. I'm gonna go with a 4.5.
4-5.
Nice.
Jeez, Louise, you put me on the
Score.
spot here. All right. So I sincerely enjoyed this beer. I am an IPA guy as
What
well. Yeah, am I the only one? Dude, am I the only one?
I take one sip.
I am more. I definitely am more of a fan of the citrusy hops, so this was very good for me because yeah, I got that grapefruit. I got kind of like I got more orange. I don't know. You guys didn't get orange. You say grapefruit, but close enough, right? So I am going. I love the mouthfeel of this. I love that it's not too heavy. I love that it's drinkable. I'm going 4-5. I'm going 4-5. 4-5 for me.
That's a home run.
Yeah, for me that is a really good score.
That's a home run.
Yeah, sincerely, like that. That's
Cheers
a great
to you,
score.
Rob.
And
Well done.
I have given bad reviews before. I don't care that you guys are here. I would give you a bad review if I thought it wasn't that good.
Well, we're not going to invite you.
Sincerely. Okay, well, at least I know that's what they will. I'll lie in the future.
Dude, honestly, you made
You
it.
got him through a pretty tough month. He was sick for 2.5 weeks.
Well, I have this.
I felt bad. I just followed me on Facebook. I kept even reaching
And,
out.
2 days from now is my birthday, so you just
There you go.
All right.
That's
Party
really
like
impressive.
this
If it makes you feel sincerely, if it was bad, I would give it an honest review. Because I said
You
from
guys-
day one I would do that. I don't
You
want to
guys
lie
made
about
me,
it.
made me feel like I
Like it worked.
Yeah.
like I do something
Like
right.
it worked.
I'll tell you one more thing. When
Rob, I got
this
you.
was coming out, I've been looking forward to this for
Occasionally.
for as long as I've heard this.
We're trying to fix something.
I was like, yeah.
Well, okay, so honestly, the one thing I like about Red Brick though is like you're not cranking out these beers like every week. You're not coming out with a new beer like some of these other breweries are doing.
Oh,
They're just
no.
like every week we got a new brew, we got a new brew, we got a new brew. Like,
Tradition's tradition.
but when you guys come out with one, it's usually a pretty good hit. Like you don't miss the mark that often. I mean, I can't even think of a recent one that I didn't like. I mean, even going back to like what, the Solstice last year, like I love that the Solstice, and then the Octopus Pajamas,
Actually,
and
we sold this a couple years ago. We did orange oil or something.
No, I did. The past 2 years, I did the same one. That was the chocolate.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
Well,
the
yes.
chocolate porter. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do it 3 years in a row, I'm not stopping you because that is literally what I serve at Christmas at my house.
All right, I'm getting a beer, boys.
All right, we'll see you out at the bar.
See you soon.
Brew Crew, thank you so much for watching. Rob, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Hopefully we walk out there and the Orioles are winning. I'm hoping,
You
but
know?
We'll see.
we'll see. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Aloha, everybody, from the bar, from Red Brick. Peace out. See you next time. Aloha.